Wednesday, May 24th, 2023. Today on the Daily Review, we discuss a Ralph Bakshi, Frank Frazetta, what is it? Frazetta movie from 1983, the year I was born. And that's right, it is Fire and Ice. Ooh boy, it's an animated movie. It's ooh boy, it's the that Ralph Bakshi rotoscope style, like American Pop or his Lord of the Rings movie. And that Lord of the Rings movie is really upsetting because it feels sad. It feels like the project was taken away from him and they ran out of money and they were just like, quick! And the animation's very like upsetting and it's a mixture. Whereas this, all the people are rotoscoped, which means they film them in black and white on a sound stage and then they paint over them essentially the actions of the characters. So the movement is very realistic. But they can only really do like single tones. So it's like almost like cell shading. It's almost like there's very little shadowing and grading in the detail. But it has like the poster. It doesn't look like the poster at all. It's a different thing. And a very, very simple story, land of fire, land of ice. Ice is bad. He's a necromancer. He's taken over the world. He needs this woman, this princess lady, as his bride to make the ultimate whatever. And there's a war, and this one guy's like, oh, I'm on the mission to get the girl back, And they run into each other, and then they fall in love, and then they're separated, and he's got to fight his way back. Very simple. I mean, again, the Beowulf, the monomyth, it's that. I mean, he literally fights a sea monster, like full-on Beowulf style. Like bottom of the ocean, like stabbing something in the eye. He's been underwater for like 7 minutes. You're like, I don't think you're Kate Winslet. I think she holds a record for actors holding breath under, or that, and obviously Tom Cruise. But who cares? So yeah, I heard that this movie sucked, so I never watched it, and I loved it. I thought it was awesome. I think it is a little bit. I mean, certainly, like, it's the technique and the style way, way over the story. Like, the story is very basic, and it goes, the outcome is almost exactly what you would think. There's not a lot of twists and turns or anything. But it's fine because it's an hour and 20 minutes. The music's cool. Like, it's so original looking. Like, there's not a lot of things that look like this. Although, it is weird. It is off-putting. But unlike his Lord of the Rings, it's very consistent. Like the whole time it looks the way it looks. So you after like 10 or 20 minutes, you're like, okay, yeah, I'm just like kind of fall into this world of, and it's very dreamlike, things look like they're in slow motion sometimes. It's very, very cool. I really enjoyed it. And it's super pervy. Like everybody is basically naked, man and women. And yes, I guess a feminist would not, the woman is like the prize and she's the one that needs to be saved and all of that stuff. But the ending is she wants to be a fighter. She doesn't. In her like one dialogue scene, she's like, they're like, your job is to learn and be pretty. And she's like, that's great. The guys get to have all the fun. Like she is against the societal things and she proves that she's just as strong. And at the end, that's what the end is them being equal. So I'm not saying that this is like some feminist beacon or anything, but I also don't think it is as negative or as silly or as Saturday morning cartoon as like, you won, you got the woman, she has some agency, and granted, she is literally like tits and ass out the entire time, but so the guys, I mean, I don't know, and they get fucked up too, but yeah, I think if you didn't watch it all the way through, you'd be like, wow, this is for perverts. And you do kind of feel a little bit like a pervert when you're watching it. Then you're just like, whatever. Everything is heightened. It's what it's supposed to be. It's like, it's animated, literally. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was cool. And the ending is great. And Dark Wolf is such a cool looking character. And if you do watch it, you spend an extra 10 minutes or so and watch the behind the scenes that's on YouTube. Very cool. Like, just gives you some of the understanding of how many layers of processing go in. Because the last thing is all the backgrounds then are painted, and some of them are really expressionistic and abstract, and that's like maybe my favorite part of the movie. They had to paint like 10,000 of them, though the two guys who did the background paintings both went on to be like, one did like Land Before Time, and the other guy went on to do something else really famous. So they did 1,000 paintings in like a week, or not a week, but they had to do like 4 or 5 paintings, or 6 or 7 paintings a day. So I don't know, it's really, yeah, that stuff's really cool. Check it out. All right, I'm gonna pull some cards here. Let's see what we got. Viola Davis. Viola Davis. And Diane Lane. Diane Lane. No. Diane Lane and Viola Davis. Okay. Viola Davis is in both of those Suicide Squad movies, which get us to a lot of people. I'm just like having trouble thinking of Diane Lane movie. Who is Diane Lane? Diane Lane. She's in that Unforgettable or something like that with Richard Gere. Richard Gere was in Primal Fear with Ed Norton. Ed Norton was in Knives Out, a French Onion thing, with Dave Bautista. Dave Bautista was in Blade Runner with, what am I doing? All right, wait. What the fuck? All right, we went totally awry. All right, Diane Lane, Richard Gere, Ed Norton. Ed Norton is in Fight Club with Brad Pitt, who is in... Is Viola Davis in 20 Years a Slave? I got completely distracted. I don't know. I messed that one up. I'm too lost to do it right now. Well, like and subscribe. Okay, talk to you later. Bye. What do you want? What do you want?
So I forget whether the garage door guy is coming between 1 and 3 today or 1 and 3 tomorrow. It doesn't make any difference. I'll be back. But if they should show up, I'm just going to leave the left-hand side of the garage door open. He knows what's wrong with that. I didn't tell him about on the left side, if you push the button,